It's your boy Justin
and Shelby
in the cut. Alright, this is going to be our first video. It's going to be a story time. So, if you like this video, like and subscribe for more. And I'd like for y'all to comment down below at any recommendations, prank, challenges, Q&As.
Any videos that y'all would love to see.
We will give y'all one of our social media so we can do a Q&A.
And so I'm going to start on how we first met. So I ended up having to move because I was living in a different county at the time. So I had to move with my mom to a different place. And I ended up having to go to a different school. When I was going to that different school, I ended up seeing Justin in one of my class. It was our freshman year of high school, so 9th grade.
And just to get this right, I was a football player through middle school to high school.
So so we met in freshman high school, but I met him in science class officially. And whenever I walked straight in the door, he was already looking out the door, waiting until
we had an hour left of class.
But he was dead drop staring at me. He could not get his eyes off me.
I watched.
He was a big flirt. Let's just say that.
I was looking at her up and down sideways. I was like a cuckoo clock when she came in the door.
Cuckoo.
You know.
Okay, so basically he pointed his finger at me and told me to come here. So I went and sat next to him. And so I went and sat next to him. He asked me my name. I told him my name, of course. And then I dropped my pencil on accidentally. And he had to pick it up because it was on the other side. I couldn't get up and get up unless I wanted to walk.
Okay, let me make a demonstration. I was over here. She's right here. Drop.
So when I did that, he picked it up and he handed it to me and said, "There you go, gorgeous." So when he did that, I could not stop smiling. I had butterflies. He winked at me, flirting type of crap. And so whenever he did all that, I didn't just see him. He wrote down on a piece of paper, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, phone number, and I wrote all my social media down.
Look, that was a move I made up. It was give her a note before anybody else does, or you ain't gonna get her.
But I didn't know he only had science class with me, but he had English class with me too. And we ended up flirting really bad in there too.
We got more trouble there.
We got more in trouble in English class than science class. So, but we didn't officially started talking on social media until October 1st of 2016, which is my birthday of that year. So when that happened, it was nothing serious at that moment. It was just, I ended up wearing his hoodies because I was cold, which I was seriously cold. I'm not going to lie. That building was pretty cold. But on the plus side, it was because I wanted to smell his cologne. And I just wanted to smell it because it smells so good. But
I swear you can smell my cologne from miles away.
So
that's how strong
after that, everybody thought we were dating, which we were nowhere close to dating at that point. We were just basically really close. Too close, I guess you can say. We also had gym together. We had 3 classes together in freshman year. And I was walking a mile and he would come up,
I would literally run to
do
her.
his little move,
I kind of did that. When I was running,
So we had 3 classes together, so we got really super, super close. We ended up talking a lot more, but he didn't want to ask me out until January 11th of 2017. That's when we officially
The
started
reason
dating.
why is because, I had to keep a rope on her. I had to have a rope, make sure she's going to stay a hold on me. You feel me? Some guys can understand that. I had to make sure she was mine, so I had to make sure she was on my side. So that, that my side took me a whole close. It was actually the end of the year, 2016.
No, it was
no,
in
2016 was the end of the year. It was October 1st, close to the end of the year. And then January 11th came, and that was when I did my little, I looked at her, I was like, hey, you want to be my girlfriend?
Okay, so that happened. He finally got the balls to ask me to be his girlfriend. Let's just say that.
Girl, don't play with me.
And that's how we basically met. I mean, it was special, but nothing too fancy, I guess you can say.
We never had a good fancy date until last year.
He would surprise me with roses. I remember one day he went inside Kroger's and bought me like chocolate and roses and brought it to me. I remember the times when he was, I don't know if he was faking it to see me, but sick. So I can bring him his favorite soup, his drink, all that stuff. Because I was the best girlfriend he has ever had.
Let me tell you, I was actually sick.
So, he got in trouble a lot in English class because he wrote a love song.
All right.
About me.
We were watching a video on. It was actually a movie. We were watching Romeo and Juliet. All right,
And we had to watch the movie, watch clips of it to write about our assignments, basically.
Yeah, and while they were writing their little work, I didn't care for school. I was a troublemaker. I was a football player, so I was stubborn. And I was writing a love song because I didn't care. Romeo and Juliet, that's old.
This is the time when we were dating also. So this is when he was writing the love letter.
So I was right. Well, first, before that, the teacher caught me staring at her. This is right before the movie started. And I was looking at her. I was like this. Staring at her. I was zoned out.
While winking at me also. So he was zoned out in just one area. And the teacher just looked at him and said, You act like she's the most beautiful girl in the world. And he said, yeah, she is. And I was like, and I could, my face turned bloodshot red.
Her face was red as the middle of a damn...
Like a tomato red.
Not a tomato, watermelon.
Okay, I guess you can say that too. But, yeah, so we got in trouble a lot in that class, but...
But when I was writing that love song, I got in trouble. The teacher was like, Justin, are you doing your work? Yeah. Justin? Yeah. I'm coming over there. Okay. So he came over there and I was still writing. I did not care. He was my favorite teacher. He was my favorite. And he came over there and grabbed that piece. I tried to hide that paper real quick. You feel me? I had another paper written. I was doing the Romeo and Juliet, but I only had maybe a paragraph. So I was sitting there writing the song more than I was paying attention. And he was like, what'd you hide? Nothing. And he grabs it.
He snatched it out of his hand.
And I kind of got an attitude with him. I was like, why you grabbing my stuff, bruh? And he goes, go in the hallway now. Okay. Went in the hallway, sat down.
And he started reading it to the whole entire class.
He was trying to sing it. He was singing it. He was talking about it. And then he brought me back in the class. And everybody stared at me like, why in the fuck? So, that was that on that one.
We got into trouble a lot at school, especially because...
We could never see each other.
Because of his parents.
My parents were strict because of how bad I was. They didn't trust me.
So, we ended up having our first kiss at a basketball game since we couldn't really see each other. So when we had our first kiss, we got in trouble. We got called up in the office because it didn't end up just being a kiss. It ended up being a makeout at a basketball game.
After school hours.
So we still got in trouble for that.
Because we were in the school. We were on school property. Name one couple that wasn't making out a basketball game. Name one. I'll wait. Exactly.
Okay, so that all happened, but now we look at it from the past of like everything that we went through, because we have broken up several times. We've been on and off for about 5 years straight.
5 years straight we're on and off. Because
So,
I fucked it up.
He messed things up, but that's okay because I guess he learned from his mistakes.
I learned after 2 mistakes.
So, after that happened, as you can tell, we ended up getting closer again in August 14th of this year. No, of 2020. And we started actually dating in August
Of last year.
of last year. So, it's been almost a year.
August 14th will be our year.
So, after all that happened, we basically have been. He was living with me and my mom for the longest. Not too long, but it was pretty. It was a good minute.
I was driving. I got my license.
He was of age to move out of his parents' house, by the way.
And I didn't want to be in my mom's house at 21. Just no.
So.
Make your bag, bro.
So after that happened, he moved in with me and my mom, and after that, we ended up around December of 2020. We ended up looking for applications for apartments
And that's
stuff.
what you see behind us.
And we are officially in our apartment. We've been here since
We've been here
last
for
December.
about 6 months.
Almost a year. Close to almost a year.
December.
And
a year.
He got really close to me and my daughter. And that will be another story that we talk about
in the next video.
Me and my daughter. So that is basically our story. And
She will explain everything in the next video
of me and my daughter.
And her past relationship with that father.
So,
I will say this, he is nowhere in her life.
So let's just say he's the best dad ever. So, we got our own place. We went through a lot.
I went through a lot myself. And now going to story
And we have
by
learned
myself.
from our problems to fix things and be adults about it. And now we finally have a family together and we have our own place.
And
So.
I would like y'all to comment if y'all want a house tour. We will show you exactly how we're living. I wouldn't say it's perfect.
But it's something for now.
It's moving on. Like, it's better than what we was doing. We were living with her mom paying light bill when she wasn't working, but I was working. So everything, the groceries and everything, the food and diapers were all on me at this point.
Because I didn't really have a good job. I mean, I did, but I wasn't getting paid good at all.
She only got $100 a week or every other week.
And it's every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. She got $100
I quit that
every
job
2
and now
weeks.
we finally have better jobs. We have our own place. We have a whole family. So you'll be seeing family vlogs very soon. Be excited.
But I would like if y'all like and subscribe for more and comment down below. And we'll see y'all on the
videos
next
that y'all would like us to do.
And we'll see y'all on the next video.
Hope y'all enjoyed.